All right, hey guys. So the Humble Monthly games for August just released, and I thought I'd just briefly go through them and share my thoughts. So in total, there were 8 games, including One Piece Burning Blood, Off-World Trading Company, Pillars of Eternity, NBA 2K17, War of the Overworld, Overcooked, Wupo, and non-guns. So in total, there were 8 games. In my opinion, this was definitely worthwhile. If you haven't subscribed to the Humble Monthly as of yet, you are unfortunately not eligible for any of these games, but you can still subscribe to next month's monthly, which includes Killing Floor 2. So if you subscribe today, you can instantly unlock Killing Floor 2 along with around 6 to 7 other Steam games at the beginning of next month. So yeah, it's $12 a month if you're planning on subscribing. You can use my referral link in the description below, and it'll help me out a little bit if it's your first time subscribing. But yeah, Killing Floor 2 is definitely a big game, so that's pretty exciting. Going to be a lot more people playing Killing Floor 2. So going back to the Humble Monthly for August, I just wanted to share my thoughts on each individual game. One Piece Burning Blood looks like an over-the-top action fighting game. Looks like a lot of fun. I've never watched the anime, but I know a lot of people really enjoy One Piece. It reminds me a lot of the Naruto games or the Dragon Ball Z games. It just looks like a crazy amount of action. Looks super fun. I might have to try it out at some point, even though I know nothing about One Piece. I'm sure it's an enjoyable game. And it's also very expensive. It's a $50 game. It came out late last year. Kind of surprising to see it in a Humble Monthly. But going back, the next game is Off-World Trading Company. This game was actually on my wish list. I'm a big fan of RTS games, so Off-World Trading Company looks like a lot of fun. It's like a economic RTS, so it's mostly about trading and building up your like income and so forth. There's not a whole lot of combat, but it'll definitely be an interesting experience to say the least. Going back, the next 2 games were the early unlocks, Pillars of Eternity and NBA 2K17. Pillars of Eternity is like the biggest game in the bundle, I think. When it came out, I know it was like a top seller on Steam for quite some time. I'm a big fan of like action RPGs like Diablo, and this game kind of reminds me of that. It's a CRPG, so you're controlling like multiple party characters at once. Looks like a lot of fun. It looks very like dark and just very cool looking. Definitely something I want to play. But yeah, it looks really fun. So going back, actually, before I go back, let me just show you. This is also a $45 game. A lot of the games in this bundle were pretty expensive. Next game was NBA 2K17. I'm not a big fan of sports games, but I know a lot of people enjoy the NBA series. So yeah, that's another big game in the list. And visually, this game looks excellent. Might have to play it at some point. I do enjoy sports games, but I just don't play them for very long. It's just fun to like to try out for a short while. I'm just not the biggest sports fan. But this is also an expensive game, $60. Holy crap. Very expensive game. So next game on the list, War for the Overworld. This is another RTS. It's like a underground like dungeon RTS. I'm not really sure how to like accurately describe the genre. This is like a, I don't know how you would say it. It's one of those games where you start building underground and then you expand by like mining out and building up your like forces, and then you attack other bases and so forth. I played another game like this called Dungeons 2, which was so much fun last year. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying this game out. This is one of the big games on the list for me. Probably like the second or third best game in the bundle, at least in my opinion. And it's currently on sale on Steam, but getting it in the bundle, it's so cheap. Next game on the list was Overcooked. I've heard really good things about it. I've always wanted to play it with one of my friends, but I always forget. So basically you like compete in various challenges and you like make various dishes, and it seems super hectic and stressful, but so much fun at the same time. A lot of YouTubers play this game, so if you guys want to like find out more, I would definitely encourage you guys to look up videos on like bigger YouTube channels. So that's Overcooked. Definitely a very positively rated game. Over 90% of people enjoy this game, which is very surprising for a local multiplayer game, because normally local multiplayer games do not do so well, but this game seems to have done it right. Next we have Wupo and Non-Guns. These are like the smaller games of the bundle. There's always like 2 or 3 small games that they add into these bundles. Let's see, Wupo. I don't really know a whole lot about Wupo. It's some sort of like puzzle adventure game. Looks very cute and charming. So yeah, if you're into cute little games like this, definitely something like just fun and simple, I suppose, and it's a $15 game. So the next game is called Non-Guns. I really don't know anything about this. It says it's a action platformer roguelike. Has a very interesting art style. It's like black and white from the trailer. Very like dark looking game. Oh, I see. It's like an action shooter. like a roguelike action shooter. It's probably super fun. Roguelikes are very addictive, and when you defeat those bosses, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, pretty cool lineup of games for August. Definitely worthwhile in my opinion, at least. I would say the biggest games, at least in my opinion, were Off-World Trading Company, Pillars of Eternity, and War for the Overworld. Although I do know a lot of people are going to love Overcooked and probably One Piece Burning Blood as well. So those are all the games of the August monthly. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the Humble Monthlies, I encourage you guys to try them out at some point or another. They are kind of expensive though. They are $12 a month. And if you subscribe today, you will instantly unlock Killing Floor 2, which is definitely a big game. A lot of people have really been enjoying Killing Floor 2. I guess I should go ahead and look up Killing Floor 2 just to show you what it's about, but it's like a online co-op, like zombie slaying type game. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but a lot of people love Killing Floor 1 and Killing Floor 2. One of the like most popular games on Steam for sure. Holy crap, like almost 32,000 reviews. Pretty insane, and most people seem to be enjoying it. And is this game still in early access? Oh, it's not. So it's left early access. It's like a $30 game. But yeah, I played it back when it was in early access and there wasn't a whole lot of content. I'm sure they've added a whole lot more like bosses and weapons and all sorts of crazy stuff. If you haven't played it before, basically you like play through waves. It's like a horde of like zombies coming after you, and you have to survive. And the more you play, the more experience you earn. You level up, unlock new weapons, new perks, mainly the perks. You unlock new perks which will improve your character, which will allow you to play on harder difficulties and unlock new stuff. So yeah, Killing Floor 2, great game. And that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. So thanks for watching. I'll probably play a couple of the trailers at the end of this episode, so you can stay tuned for that. But again, thanks for watching and have a nice day.
Every woman knows her womb may shed a stillborn, but these cold, soulless creatures,
refugees from every corner of the Deerwood.
We've been lied to. Our whole lives, and many lives before that.
Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood.
This is about my people. If that's not worth blood, I don't know what is.
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart. Some deaths come from silence.
Set up a colony. And now the colony has asked you to start a company on Mars to lend a hand to make sure the new colony harvests resources, manufacture goods, and send them off-world. But you're not the only company that's been invited. Your old competitors from Earth are here too. And now it's a no-holds-barred battle to acquire the choicest territories and the best employees on the planet. And they're not above playing dirty to get what they want. And as if that wasn't enough, you are routinely reminded that Mars is a hostile, alien environment
that dominates the surface has grown more powerful than ever before. It is time for you to once again take up the reins of evil and carve out your subterranean domain. And once you have created the dungeon of your most fevered dreams and filled its halls with the bloodthirsty creatures of your calling, you can rally your minions forth to challenge the Empire, who naively think that this realm is theirs alone to command. And when the last of their kind has fallen to your machine of war, well,